action, it's what we live for. Electric vibes and the energy's on. We're taking the stage, it's time to get it on. 3 highlights, the thrill of the game. From the courts to the fields, you remember the name. Grab your snacks, settle in for the ride. It's game day, baby. Let's take it in stride. Are you ready to rumble? The stage is set. With the lights ablaze and no room for regrets. It's hours of screaming. Adrenaline's popping. From the kick-up to the buzzer, the excitement is jumping. So grab your chest, let the games ignite. I see the games ignite. Bringing the thunder, it feels so right. Thunder, it feels so right. Welcome to the showdown, it's time to ignite. With the low on the air, bringing you the fight. With the crowd roaring and the tension so thick. Get ready for highlights, every kick and flip. From the field to the crowd, we're breaking it down. Tracking every move from the ace to the crown. But raise the sharp blades and start to impress. We are ultimate soul. So I'm silent, no stress. Get set for the thrill. It's game time now. I'm ascending through the crowd. Let me show you how. Scores are dropping, wheels are turning, aces high. We're rocking every moment, reaching for the sky. So catch your breath and strap in tight. We're bringing the heat, it feels so right. Lights are flashing, the crowd's in a roar. Get ready for action, it's what we live for. Electric vibes and the energy's on. We're taking the stage, it's time to get it on. 3 highlights, the thrill of the game. From the courts to the fields, you remember the name. Grab your snacks, settle in for the ride. It's game day, baby. Let's take it in stride. Are you ready to rumble? The stage is set. With the lights ablaze and no room for regrets. It's hours of screaming. Adrenaline's popping. From the kick-up to the buzzer, the excitement is jumping. So grab your chest, let the games ignite. I see the games ignite. Bringing the thunder, it feels so right. Thunder, it feels so right. Welcome to the showdown, it's time to ignite. With the low on the air, bringing you the fight. With the crowd roaring and the tension so thick. Get ready for highlights, every kick and flip. From the field to the crowd, we're breaking it down. Tracking every move from the ace to the crown. But raise the sharp blades and start to impress. We are ultimate soul. So I'm silent, no stress.
take on every NFL team that played in week 4 this weekend, starting with Jackson Dart's debut. Look, was he great? I mean, no, let's pump the brakes a little bit. The guy had 111 passing yards. But I just think his energy and his rushing ability breathed new life into this Giants team that sadly is now going to be without Malik Neighbors. That Sunday night game last night was absolutely electric. I'm pro the new overtime rules. I'm cool with ties in the regular season. And George Pickens was unstoppable. Next 2 games for the Cowboys are the Jets and the Panthers. This team can definitely survive without CeeDee Lamb. But a team that needs to figure out how to survive fast is the Ravens. I mean, second straight pretty embarrassing game. But even worse, their defense lost 3 more starters to injury this weekend. I'm taking the Texans to beat them next week on Call Sheet, which has the best odds anywhere. I continue to think the Niners are overrated. They lose this week to the Jags at home, and sure, they're 3-1, but they actually have the worst point differential in the NFC West. As a Commanders fan, the Jaden Daniels injury is not a good excuse for why they lost this week. Like, Marcus Mariota put up 27 points. This team has bigger issues on defense, specifically Marshawn Lattimore, who just got cooked in a huge bounce-back game by Michael Penix. And look, right now, Geno Smith is just a bad quarterback. I like the move this summer, but the Seahawks kind of look like geniuses for upgrading to Sam Darnold. All right, here's my take on every NFL team.
It's it for the thrill. It's game time now. I will send you to the crowd. Let me show you how. Scores are dropping, wheels are turning, aces high. We're rocking every moment, reaching for the sky. So catch your breath and strap in tight. We're bringing the heat, it feels so right. Lights are flashing, the crowd's in a roar. Get ready for action, it's what we live for.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? That's right. Welcome to a new edition of ROMA Sports. I'm AK, your favorite guy, and tonight, the MLB playoffs are here. Let's get some takes on the action. Week 4 in the NFL update and injuries. And college football is back on the docket. Who are the pretenders and who are the contenders? But first, my co-host, RG.
What up, boys? Another exciting week. Playoffs are here for baseball. Yanks bailed me out tonight, by the way. I was thinking about joining the show tonight with a paper bag over my head as a pathetic Yankee fan from last night's disturbing and debacles going on. But other than that, I'm pretty good. How you doing, Navas?
Well, number one, congrats on that jersey of yours. Going 50 years strong.
Yes,
Was
sir.
that Buffalo?
It is. It's a Buffalo Bills jersey.
Come on, stand up. Show it off. Loud and proud.
All right. And there's your boy.
Oh, he went old school.
Terrell Owens. Touchdown. Who was his quarterback? Well, I don't know.
I thought it was Kelly Holcomb, but I could be way wrong.
And it's crazy because they have Josh Allen, and now you know how good Josh Allen is that we don't even know the last quarterbacks of the Buffalo Bills.
Bro, could you imagine if Josh Allen had Terrell Owens?
Oh, boy. Not for nothing. There are guys that could still play. Like him. I think out of all the receivers, he would be the best one besides. And Chad Ocho lost it towards the end. But I think even Keyshawn had it before he hit the studio. But Terrell Owens is a different animal.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can think about, what about Isaac Bruce?
Oh, the Bruce. Yo, those were good days over in St. Louis Rams days. Or were they in Los Angeles at the time?
Hold on. It's the 1-2 punch of Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt.
That's right. And who was that quarterback? Mr. Supermarket?
First off, Kurt Warner.
There he is, straight
his
off.
Son, hold on. His son plays quarterback for Fresno State.
There they are, the Bulldogs.
Oh,
Give me a sec. I
So
have
much
to make sure. I have to make
So
sure
much
that this is right.
disrespect. So much disrespect to Ricky Prohl. But anyways.
By
How
the
do you
way,
spell
hold
pro?
on.
Way?
Bro,
Hold
don't
on.
even. You ain't making me look dumb on this show.
I know.
I mean, I thought that was our job. We are Tweedle Heckle and Tweedle Todd. Thank you.
Hey, we gotta
Now-
stump everyone's favorite.
Gargi, you want to take a guess at who the quarterback was for Terrell Owens in Buffalo in the year 2009?
Oh man.
God, I want to go with.
Chad Pennington. No.
Well, no, I said Ryan Fitzpatrick.
It's Fitzmagic.
Yeah, there he is! And that's it! The beard! Yo, he played for every team. I had to get that right.
Man,
a little magic?
Patrick, man. Fitzmagic. Dude, remember that run he went on with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers where he was on pace to throw for like 7,000 yards?
Yeah, and he made himself like top free agent out of nowhere. Like, this guy, like, look at him. But you want to know something? When you're tough and he looks like a rugby player. Like, yo, he looks like Conor McDavid. Like, yo, I mean, Conor McGregor. You know what I mean? Like, just that tough looking, like, you know, stud. So, hey, man, Fitzmagic up in Buffalo, but they got Allen. So,
okay,
who needs that?
All I have to say on that front then is, if you guys want to talk about magic, look no further than the MLB. Especially with the goddamn playoffs coming in full swing out in baseball land.
Whoa. Okay? You're jumping way ahead of this. We still got to go to RiseMiddleAmerica.com. Check out our line of podcasts from history to news, pop culture to true crime and sports. We got a show for all your needs. Join our Discord where all the magic for ROMA Sports happens.
That's where all the magic went.
That's right. All the Fitz magic. Want to be a podcast host, producer, researcher, or writer? This is your launch pad. Hit the top of the page for all of our socials. At the bottom is the latest in Roma merch. So if you want to support us, you can hit us at the merch shop, or you can go to the bottom of the page where there's a PayPal link, make a monetary contribution. Help us keep the lights on. Help us sort out our documentary, our new wrestling show coming out. A bunch of stuff
pretty cool
coming up for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button. And join us for First and Furious. All right, so final standings. We already knew that. We went over this last week. But real quick, let's do a little recap. We got the Toronto Blue Jays at the top of the AL, 94 wins. Seattle Mariners in second, 90. Cleveland Guardians with 88, how they came out of nowhere. That was insane. Then you've got the New York Yankees, the Boston Red Sox squaring off today. Like you said, Yankees eked out that win tonight, especially after that 3-run homer. I know you were kind of shaking in your boots.
My booty was shaking.
Exactly. Detroit Tigers at 87. Then, of course, we've got in the NL wild card, we've got the Milwaukee Brewers, top of the league, 97 wins. Philadelphia Phillies, 96. Dodgers with 93. The Cubs right behind them in the NL wild card, leading with 92. San Diego Padres with 90. Cincinnati Reds with 83. So if we want to go back and get this postseason schedule.
Yeah. While you grab that schedule, let me ask you guys, what do you think about this new, or adapted a year or two now, the 3-game series for the wild card? All 3 games at home for that home team. So, you know, that road wild card last team that just got in doesn't even touch a home game. I kind of like it, even though it's a short series. Puts a little mustard on it, a little flair. But I kind of like the format where all the games are at home for that first wild card match.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it because, like, it'd be so stupid if you've got a team in the NL that's one of them is in, Pennsylvania and the other one's in California. Like, that kind of turnaround, it's just that's not conducive for
a short series like that.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's take a peek. What do we got here?
All right, so let's start off with the Detroit Tigers and the, I was going to say Cincinnati, the Cleveland Guardian. I got this whole change screws me up.
Navas, yeah. Navas, let me ask you, this is like a book. The Tigers and Indians have been playing like 20 games in the last 40 games. Like, they've been playing head-to-head lately for the last month. It's kind of like the bully at the school is fighting the other bully at the other school, and they meet every day at the park and play. This is a slugfest, this series here. What do you think?
They are called the Cardiac Guardians for a reason.
The Cardiac Guardian.
Wow.
They are literally sending me into a cardiac arrest every time they play. Like, God, can they? They're literally pulling off the Rockies, okay? I think it was 2000. 8 Colorado Rockies
Todd Helton.
came from motherfucking nowhere, won 28 of the last 31 games, made the playoffs by the razor's edge, and they are motherfucking riding it.
Yeah. They had this pitcher named Darryl Kyle who went to the Yanks and flew a helicopter into a building and died, unfortunately. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, no.
Way back
Look.
when.
Way back!
All I can say is the way that the series line up, if Cleveland beats Detroit, which they have every right to at this point.
Very
because
big
Detroit-
possibility.
Again, Cleveland has owned Detroit the last 2 months.
Yeah. They play hard, scrappy baseball.
This team, the Cleveland Guardians, they are going to be the team that punches Seattle fans square in the dick.
Yikes! Womp womp.
No, Seattle has this notorious reputation of letting their fans down so bad after good year after good year after good year.
It's tough,
And it's
man.
in magically stupid ways.
Well, let me tell you something. They got something special brewing there in Seattle this year, so you could hold.
I
You
know
don't
they
have to
do.
keep your head down. They got a
No,
good team,
it's
man.
not the fact. It's not the fact I'm keeping my head down. It's the fact that I am scared shitless of another good year wasted in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the other Seattle playoff teams. I mean, they were like top of the league, ready to go, and then they just shit the bed. Yeah, like every single time. That's why this time off, I'm actually kind of curious of what they're going to do on this time off.
Yeah, between them, the Brewers, the Phillies, just licking their chops, waiting. They're just salivating at their mouths, waiting to see who comes out of these wild card rounds.
Absolutely.
Again, it's the fact that with Cleveland and Seattle, that's going to be a good game. Whether it's Detroit or Seattle or Cleveland and Seattle, no matter what happens, that's just going to be a good game all the way through. With the other series in the AL, it's cutthroat in the AL East. Like, there is no love lost between Toronto, the Yanks, and the Red Sox.
No, and that last week of baseball was fun in the AL East. The Yankees came back and they were fighting for that division, but Toronto, Toronto won the games they needed to win, and so did the Red Sox. And the Red Sox grabbed that last wild card spot, and here they are in the Bronx in a 3-game set with my Bombers.
Hey, you know what the best part is about this entire AL series?
Yeah.
You want to know what's the best part?
What's up?
No Houston Astros.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. That's why it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's move on. Gargi, it's your turn to shine.
All right.
Red Sox, Yankees.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
So, hey, listen. Yesterday, the Yankees lose game 1, and I'll tell you right now, the manager, Aaron Boone, lost his game for the Yanks. I mean, you got a stud on the mound in Max Fried dealing. He's going into the 6th inning. He gives up a hit, and the guy comes out and takes him out. This is field. This is playoffs. This is your number 1 ace. He's got a shutout going on the hill, and you take him out of the game, and the guy comes in and gives up 2 runs, and we wound up losing. Also, when the Yankees were doing their streak this week and a half, trying to hold on and trying to grab a division win, but didn't, Trent Grisham was leading off that whole time. Hitting homers, getting on base, stealing, making noise. What does Aaron Boone do game 1? Drop him down to 6. Over. Okay? It's the little things like this that will win or lose a game when it comes down to close matches, and I just really can't stand Aaron Boone.
Yeah, it's like a love-hate relationship with everybody there. It's crazy. All right, let's move on to now Cincinnati and the LA Dodgers. Cincinnati Reds. What do you got here? LA Dodgers lead 1-0.
I freaking called it. I freaking called it with Cincinnati. If they make the playoffs, they're going to be the team to beat because of that schedule. Now, it also helps that the LA Dodgers utterly collapsed, but then the San Diego Padres collapsed even harder.
I think go ahead.
All I was going to say is, notice how every wild card series is now forced into a game 3. Dodgers lead 1-0 right now on the series, And in the game, it's top of the 6th at this moment in time. It is top of the 6th, 3-2 Los Angeles in the lead with
I'm
a
looking
runner
at
on
it
first
right
base.
now.
Yeah, it's
No
a good,
outs.
I feel bad for the Reds that they had to run into this Otani machine.
Yeah, I got Yamamoto under 17.5 strikes or strikeouts.
What is that, a new
And-
car? What is that, a new car?
Yeah, and he's at 15 right now in the top of the 6th. They might take if they take him out now. I'm gonna win this parlay.
Is he the one with the ghost pitch?
Yes.
Yes.
What is this, like a backward screwball? Or the
Kinda.
ball just disappears and then it ends up in the catcher's glove for a strike via the ghost pitch?
Yes. Yes.
Cheater! You're a cheater! You see these Dodgers,
No.
they think they got money,
You
they
know,
can
they-
cheat their way.
They stitch in one of those Harry Potter cloaks. Around
Oh,
the ball.
they're cloaking the ball, the invisible cloak.
No, even better. Somebody went ahead and went to Nintendo and told Nintendo to unlock the secrets to Mario Superstar Baseball, and they gave that pitch to Sasaki, or to me,
That's why- yeah.
Yamamoto, excuse me.
And that's why he's playing with power.
Absolutely. But no, I am a Dodgers fan through and through. So I want to see Clayton Kershaw having just crossed 3,000 strikeouts this year.
Yep.
He's retiring at the end of the season. I want to see him get back-to-back rings.
Yeah, he's a I'm gonna say potential, but he's a potential Hall of Famer when he retires.
Oh no, he's not potential. He is first ballot, first run.
Well, you got
Hall
some
of
guys.
Fame.
You got some guys in that class that'll be there with him, but he definitely earns it. He's a big boy. He looks a little awkward when he's out there pitching. I mean, he's very just big. He's a big guy, and he carries himself well, man. He's awesome. He's got some curveball.
Oh, that 12-6 curveball is
What time is it?
beautiful.
Kershaw time.
There you go. All right, let's move on to the last series. That's San Diego versus the Cubs. San Diego, the last remaining team,
Yeah.
main sports team. Here we go. What do we got?
You know, the Cubbies. This is a backyard brawl with these Padres because it's funny. These Padres, they like to yap a lot. They get on second base, they'll start talking in the shortstop's ear. They want to stir it up a little bit, get under the blood. That's how they get it going. The Padres, they're a nasty little bunch. This is going to be a war. It's going to go 3. Obviously, it's tied now 1-1. Padres. What did the Padres lost the first game and won today, I believe. So we're going to go to game 3 at Wrigley. If my Yankees ain't in it, I'm a Cub fan because I just love the nostalgia of Wrigley Field, you know, day games up until the late 70s or early 80s where they finally put the lights in at Wrigley because the stadium's in the middle of a neighborhood, right in your backyard, trying to keep it cool, calm, and collective there. This is a good matchup, dude. I like the Cubs.
So, if it wasn't for the fact that I didn't know if Cincinnati was going to make the playoffs, I actually did have the Cubs as my dark horse pick to make the World Series because I believed that the pitching rotation for the Cubs was able to stand on its own against Milwaukee and be able to hold its own against the Schwarbuggers up there in Philly. But now that Cincinnati's in, I am bound to my magic pixie dust in Cincinnati. Now, I did have to look this one up. Why did the Cincinnati Reds get the final playoff spot against the New York Mets and not a game 163?
Because of their National League record versus
No.
the Mets National League record?
Head to head.
Oh, so they went head-to-head first as a tiebreaker.
Yes.
Okay.
Cincinnati owned the head-to-head tiebreaker 4-2.
Just like the Jays had that tiebreak over the Yanks, just
Which-
in case they tied for that division.
Which, Gargi, you know what this means?
Ugatsagool.
LOL Mets! LOL Mets! Also, I will always give credit to Urinating Tree for creating the meme. But Lomax lives on, baby. $1 billion roster down the shitter.
Padres roster is loaded, salary $1 million number wise. I mean, they got Machado, they got Bogarts, they got this one, that one, and like, hey, we're in the wild card struggling. So that just shows you, like, putting all your money on a roster is not going to get you the title.
No, that's because your name's not Schwarber.
Yeah, I'd rather have 9 Schwarbers.
Not just that, but it's the pitching. Pitching is what gets you to the playoffs, right? But it's the RBIs that win you. If you can get on base,
it's always about getting a runner in when he's in scoring position. You don't score the guy, it doesn't matter how many times you get on base. And the Yankees love to get the bases loaded and do nothing.
Absolutely. Biddy, you are 100% right. Money doesn't guarantee wins. And
Exactly.
You know who is the prime example of money not guaranteeing wins? The Kansas City Royals, the literal one of the smallest teams in MLB, won a World Series by playing low ball and utility man roulette. 2015. And you know who Kansas City beat for that World Series?
The Mets.
LOL Mets!
All right. This is getting out
I'm
of
sorry.
control. All right, so let's go ahead and pretty much at this point, we're not going to know much until tomorrow. So
tomorrow is the do or die, as they would say.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of do or dies to see what happens. Well, especially with the game going on right now, Yamamoto, he's got 17. I got mine under 17.5. So unless he hits a pop fly or unless they pull him out, let's see, it's sitting at 2-2 right now with 2 outs. They're probably going to pull him after this because this inning he's got the bases loaded.
You want this guy to get a hit so that they pull him.
Yeah, if they get a hit, they're either going to pull him or.
What's his pitch count?
Oh, sheesh.
These are stressful pitches too. The bases are loaded. That means even if he's in 65, it's really not 65. It's like 85 because these last 20 pitches, he really it's stressful pitches. See, these are the things you need to think about if you're a manager of baseball. I love baseball. I went to umpiring school when I was younger. I wanted to be a slobby umpire, but you know what? It never worked out. Dude, just the knowledge of the game, the little incriates, the little twerks and tweaks, like the little things will get you ahead. Crazy.
Also,
baseball's crazy.
Gargi, to answer your question, he is at 94 pitches at this moment in time.
Oh, he got the strikeout.
Wow, he punched him out, huh?
No, not what I see.
What happened? He walked him? That means you're good. AK,
foul ball.
Nope.
If he gets through this inning, you lose.
You got it.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, that's it. There goes my parlay.
Fuck, the bases were loaded.
Hold on. How many strikeouts?
No, he had to go in and outs.
Outs. Yeah,
Put outs.
Oh, I thought you said strikeouts.
Yeah,
I'm like,
pitcher.
got 8 strikeouts.
Pitcher outs. He's got 18 pitcher outs right now.
Yeah, that means he pitched 6 full innings.
Yes.
You thought he was going to go 5 2/3 or less.
Mm-hmm.
They got you right there with the bases loaded.
And they're probably going to. Watch. They're going to pull him out right now.
Probably. Yes. Really quickly, AK. Who do you think's playing the Brewers? The Pods or the Cubs? Who's coming out of the series right here in the bottom right?
I think it's the Cubs. I think the Cubs at home.
Cubs.
Boss of Cubs. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see Cubs Brewers. It's more sexy and more. It's gonna be violent. It's gonna be some beanballs, some brawls. I like it.
Well, you realize that Milwaukee and Chicago are only about 50 miles apart.
That is true. And you want to know something with these NL Central teams, as they call it? They're really close by. It's awesome.
Let's see.
Think about it. Cincinnati, Chicago with the White Sox. I mean, even though it's interleague. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, right? I mean, they're kind of like all in that little realm there.
I think the farthest out west team in a Central division is either Kansas City or Minnesota.
Well, what about Houston?
That's AL West.
Well, yeah, they used to be NL. Remember that? They used to be in the NL Central.
Yep, and then the Nationals came along.
Yeah, the Brewers are in the American League. I'd rather have the Brewers back in the American League, and you could take your cheating Astros back and go stick them in the NL.
Nah,
Not
we don't
allowed.
want to deal. We don't want to deal with the curse of Roy Oswalt. Thank you.
Oh boy, Roy with his leg kick.
Oh yes, but no. Speaking of leg kicks,
Hi-ya!
how many NFL players actually don't have legs anymore?
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, we got to get through the weeks first. Week 4. All right. So here's what we're going to do this week. We're going to go over. You get one or two. Let's go 2 games. All right. So
Okay.
each person gets 2 games to highlight. I'm going to start this one. I'm going to go with the Browns and the Lions, and then the Packers Cowboys. All right, because there's a connection between these two. Remember a couple weeks ago when Washington went to Green Bay and they got slaughtered by their defense, and you asked me, you were like, "So is their defense for real?" And I said they haven't played on the road yet.
Correct. And then they, yep.
So I'm convinced that at home Green Bay's defense is going to show up, but on the road, I mean, they did against the Browns, but they were the Browns.
Yeah.
And they still lost that game. So it wasn't the defense that lost that game. It was definitely the offense.
Listen, that Cleveland game though, the defense played desperado mode, and it worked out for them because they weren't going 0-3 or whatever was going on there.
Exactly. So things to unpack about those 2 games. One, the Lions look like a week 1 fluke. They're for real. They're on their way. All right. Packers D at home, obviously, was good. I had to wait to see what they did on the road. They did well against the Browns, which they were supposed to do, but then went against the Cowboys, and I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I have a potential fraud team. What do you think? Do you think the Ravens are really good? Or they're taking steps back?
You took my surprise upset game.
I mean, I'm not seeing too much out of this team lately. I don't know what's going on over there. Looking flat and boring.
I mean, well, not just that, but their defense is on IR right now.
Swiss cheesed up too. Yeah, they're all getting hurt and they're getting swizzied.
So if anything, go ahead and pick a team. Any team that's going against the Ravens defense, pick the over.
Yeah, I mean, and that's sad to say because that's not known for a Baltimore Ravens defense.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, because you took my surprise upset game, Gargi, because I was going to pick Houston because Houston has one a heck of a defense, and that's the only thing Rain Man knows is defense. They're going to keep Lamar both uncomfortable and running. Now,
is Lamar playing?
Maybe. That's the best part.
Because Huntley is in there.
Now,
he's not that bad.
If you're looking for a game of the week, I am actually going to be picking the Buccaneers versus the Seahawks.
That's a good game.
Because it is a literal game of 2 managers between Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. And we know that the Buccaneers don't have their wide receivers available, especially Mike Evans.
Right. Godwin came back last week, caught a couple passes, thank God.
Okay.
And then they got my Buckeye, Egabuka.
He is emerging as a wide receiver 2.
Good kid.
Now, for that game, because it's in Seattle, the home field advantage for the Seahawks is that much more because of the fact that Lumen Field is the loudest stadium in the NFL. And speaking of loudest stadiums, we got the loudest fan here, Funkmaster General, giving us 5 more Roma Nation memberships. Definitely appreciated, man. Doing God's work to go ahead and keep the lights on in this here network. Thank you, Funkmaster.
Funkmaster.
And look at that. How you doing? How you doing, Funkmaster?
Scroll down a little bit. Want to see some more games on this 4 o'clock slater. I got a game catching my eye right now. I mean, listen, I know he throws a pick a game, like you said. He could be a good prop guy, but how about those Broncos? Could somebody give the Eagles an L? Could we get them this week? What do you think?
I don't know because the Broncos are such. I don't know what to think of that team because
that's dangerous though. Going up something against that, they're kind of could be good at almost anything.
Yeah, well, the thing is that they're going to live or die by Bo Nix's arm.
Yeah,
like that's basically what it is.
And he ain't shy either.
No, he's not. So if Bo Nix can have a turnover-free game, they can win that game, and they can win that game in Philadelphia. It's just if he throws 2 picks in the first quarter, like the game's over.
No, you got to hang in by the half. You got to be relevant in this game, especially a financial field. And I think the Eagles won last week without a tush push. No tushy pushy last week, and they won.
No, they did a fake tush push.
A fake tushy pushy
to Barkley for a touchdown.
Wow, now they're getting creative. I love it. Listen, these Eagles. I mean, Nick Sirianni, the coach over there. I wish he was our coach for the Giants. He's some coach, man. He really is. Because I don't even think Jalen Hurts is that good, like Hall of Fame style. You know, I just think he's like just below. I think he's very good. I don't think he's great. I think the team makes him great. Everything about it.
Yeah, he makes like very calculated plays. But the thing is, if he goes against like a high flying offense, he's not going to be able to keep up. Like if he goes, do they go against the Bills this year?
Oh man, that would be if that's on Christmas. Tell me that's Christmas morning when I wake up and that game's under the tree. I'll go crazy. I would think Santa immediately.
Are you asking Eagles Bills?
Talk to me, Daddy.
Well, get ready for your Christmas gift, Gargi, because it is happening. Eagles at Bills, December 28th.
Oh, the gods are good. Thank you. Yo, wow. If you're a football fan, that is an amazing gift.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's going to be the game. That's going to be the game of the year. I already know, and especially if it's snowing.
Yeah. Stay healthy, Allen, up until that point. I don't want to see like a stupid hamstring or a dumb ankle.
At this moment in time, it is slated for 3:25 Eastern.
It's beautiful. I hope it's snowing in Buffalo.
So
it's in Buffalo.
It is in Buffalo. But no, it may not be the primetime game, but it will be America's game of the week.
Right. Now, if it's snowing, not good for the Eagles with the white jerseys. You think they'll pull the greens out?
Maybe.
The Randall Cunningham's on the road and just start rumbling?
No, they're going to pull out. They're going to pull out LaShawn McCoy.
The McCoys, the blacks. You're going to go with the black with the green lettering? Whoa! Maybe. What about the Campbell soup, Donovan McNabb's? The chunky soup.
Oh God, no. Now you just ruined it.
I can't believe that you
now.
That's the game. Oh,
I will say.
Go ahead, because I got a game for us this week.
Well, we get 1 or 2 games, and I'm really looking forward to the Buccaneers and Seahawks because it is going to be 2 game managers. But I need to see if Jalen Daniels is coming back for the Commanders. Because if he is, then the Commanders versus Chargers game is going to be a real defensive slugfest.
Not only that, go ahead.
I was going to say, you got the Jim Harbaugh style of gameplay, which is smash mouth, old school, punch the ball in your face kind of run, which is actually the best improvement that Justin Herbert could have ever asked for. A coach that knows how to run the ball so that Justin Herbert can rest.
Yeah. Salty said that last week. Salty was with us, and he said he loves Harbaugh. You know, he's a tough coach. He loves the guy that's going to punch you in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, that's a perfect coach, you know?
Not only that, but this game is going to show, like, who's a contender and who's a pretender. Right?
Yeah, it's time to flex. It's time to flex. See if you're real or you're a fake dud. Yeah, absolutely.
Make or break.
Now, go ahead.
That's how I feel. But the Bills Patriots, I actually think the Patriots can go in and beat the Bills.
You know, what's going on with May? Is he okay? Everything's all right with the kid? He's ready to go? Because I heard rumors of a little nicked up injury. He's all right?
He is. Actually, I got him on my fantasy team. Let me
check that out. My 0-4 fantasy team is really starting to disturb me. I'm having nightmares now.
He doesn't have a tag or designation. It says he's healthy.
So you're good. Listen, well, I have two questions about two different games on this slate this week. Well, one's a statement in that my game. I want the Jags to beat the crap out of the Chiefs, and I think they can do it on Monday Night Football. We talked about this. They might wear with all black. They might go with the all black jerseys and just really lights out the Mahomes. I don't even think Kelsey might last a half. I mean, these Jaguars kid hit, boy. I mean, they're playing jailhouse backyard football. They're looking to really rough you up hard. And I have a question. We'll look at the Bengals. I don't even know how they're still relevant at 2-2. Okay. Why don't they want to trade? Give me a phone call. I'll give you Jameis Winston and give me some picks, and you'll have Winston hauling the ball because Browning sucks.
Hey, we need a wide receiver.
But hey, it's a beginning. It's a start.
We don't even need Chase. Give us freaking Higgins.
Hey, man. I don't know what's going on in Cincinnati, but all I do know is they don't have a quarterback, and I mean, we have three of them.
You know what the best
Giants.
part is?
Yes, sir.
You know what the best part, Gargi?
Talk to me.
Who did the Bengals play last week?
They played the Vikings.
According to most of the Cincinnati fans, they legitimately saw a head coach give up.
That's not good. You know, I mean, from the jump, they should have known that even with Burrow there then.
Well, they had 3 plays in a row where they coughed up the ball. Like, literally coughed up the ball, touchdown. Coughed up the ball, ran the ball down, touchdown. Coughed up the ball, touchdown. Like, back-to-back-to-back plays. Like, you can't – that'll demoralize any team. Doesn't matter who's coaching, doesn't matter anything. So
what I'm trying to get at is they're relevant. They're 2-2. You know, with a significant injury that they had, and this is their third week now without Burrow, to be 2-2 and hosting the Lions, and to potentially go 3-2 and maybe take first place in that division, I believe, because the Ravens are faltering.
By the way, the Bengals played the Broncos last week, not the Vikings.
Oh, sorry, the Broncos. You got me.
But no, a 28-3 loss by the Bengals.
Denver's special defense in Denver. No one's getting by that. You know that, especially not a Jake Browning. But I mean, hey, give us a call. We got 3 quarterbacks. I'll take some draft picks.
Yeah, we could definitely use it, especially with that defense that we got right now.
There you go.
Paying a bunch of people.
We got a whole bunch of injuries too, you know. So,
my goodness,
put the cast on that.
So I guess we got our picks here.
Yeah. So I like the Jags. Let's go.
Jags.
I just want to say for the record, my last week NFL record was 8-7-1, and my overall record is 42-21-1.
Beast. I think I went 9-7.
Because why the hell did the Packers tie with the Cowturds?
You know,
yes,
there was a couple of crazy calls in that game too.
In the sports betting Discord, hit that $100 bet, and
stats galore after that one.
He did not let everybody know that he hit that. Of course, that's not what he was aiming for. We all know that.
Yeah. Really quickly, we have a Cincinnati Red score?
Yes, it is 7-2 Dodgers, bottom of the 6th.
There goes the parlay.
And
he is Ohtani.
The Dodgers, they got the runners on second and third, and bases are loaded.
Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Thank you for that.
All right.
Sorry, I'm watching it. That's
why I asked. Yep.
Same here. I got it right here. All right, league. All right, it's time to come back to college football. We've got the new college football Week 6 rankings. Ohio State takes at the top. Oregon, Miami, Ole Miss at number 4. Ole Miss is looking pretty damn good right now. Oklahoma, number 5. Texas A&M, who's probably had the craziest schedule.
Yeah, they are banging helmets every week with a good team.
Exactly.
Out of control.
Penn State with the loss against
fraud
Oregon brings them down to number 7. Indiana, number 8, which is a surprise team. Number 9 is Texas. And to round out the top 10 is, of course, Alabama, because Bama fans would completely destroy the NCAA if they weren't in the top 10. So,
yeah.
So let's go with contenders. Let's start with our contenders, all right? So we're halfway through the football season, and some teams are what?
33%. 33%.
We're only a third of the way done there, good sir.
33%.
And we're starting to get into conference play.
They
got a couple more games on it, but it's all good.
Well,
we're approaching.
I'm not counting. I'm saying anything before championship weekend.
Just the regular standard schedule games before conference play and all that craziness.
Yeah. So some teams at 4 games, some teams at 5 are going into the 6th week. That's why I'm doing it that way.
Yes, sir.
That's fair.
So
yes, sir.
So halfway through, who is your number 1 contender right now, Navasago?
Oh, come on. You don't want to give me. I refuse to go for the low-hanging fruit that is Ohio State, okay? Like, if you're forcing me to pick which team I think is going to actually go ahead and be like a contender to the college football playoff, like, is that what you're asking? Or
yes, who's going to have a first round bye?
Oh, I hate this. I really hate this because I have to eat all my crow for this one.
He's going to have to pick a team that he really doesn't want words coming out of his mouth.
No. It's a whole lot of crow I have to eat personally, but it's Miami. Miami, Florida. I'm going to eat all my crow because I called out Carson Beck as a subpar quarterback at Georgia, and now he's a gunslinging motherfricker out in Miami.
Yeah, you have to sling it in Miami. You have to sling it in Florida these days.
All right,
yes,
I'm going to go with Texas A&M. And
okay, little Aggie.
Because what they've done this season, I mean, let's look at their schedule, right? Yes. So UTSA, obviously they beat, then Utah State, then number 8 Notre Dame 41-40, and then Auburn 16-10. Like, they're close games, so their defense is not exactly all there, but they're keeping up.
Yeah, listen, 3 out of 4 at home to start the season.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, grab every game you can. Another home game against Mississippi State, that should be another W. But that Notre Dame win on the road was pretty big to kind of tell the team, hey, you can go on the road and beat a ranked team regardless of your schedule. And we'll see that a little bit later on in their schedule because the Gators are slacking. LSU, yes. Missouri, yes. Those 2 games and then the South Carolina game should be pretty tough. So LSU, Missouri, and South Carolina should be the true test for the Aggies.
No, I completely disagree.
Really?
That Mississippi State game is a trap game.
Really? You got a line on that game?
Give me a second, I will. But Mississippi State, they upset number 12 Arizona State, and they lost in overtime to number 15 Tennessee.
Tennessee sucks, and they lost to them. I don't think Tennessee is that.
Team.
Yeah, and they already have an L. And, you know.
You want to know who their L was too?
I know.
Who? Come on,
Alabama.
Who
Alabama.
No, it wasn't. It was
Georgia. It Vanderbilt?
Georgia.
Who did Alabama beat this week?
Georgia.
Oh, I got confused. Hey, listen. That's a crazy win.
All I'm saying is Mississippi State beating number 12 Arizona State and then going ahead and losing in overtime to Tennessee. To me, that constitutes a trap game for Texas A&M. And I don't think Texas A&M is going to make it to the college football playoff.
Yeah,
That's just my
Mississippi
opinion.
State got votes to be in the top 25.
Yeah, they got a few votes there.
Yeah, they got 46. So, I mean,
We'll see. Well, you know, they're on the road. We'll see.
People were looking at them. Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, listen, my team to stun is Indiana. You know, they're crawling up. They're making noise. They're beating people. And they're beating people. They're not just sliding by, bro. So, talk to me.
Look at this.
Talk to me.
Look at that.
Look at that.
14, Kennesaw State. Obviously, it's a pancake team. Indiana State 73-0. Illinois
63 to 10. A number 9 team.
team.
Well, you know what? We beat Iowa, and now we play the fraud Ducks. So this is another great game for the Hoosiers. This is exciting in Indiana, dude. Next week, correct. So I mean, hey, let's look at the schedule here. Michigan State. These are all big colleges. Maryland, the frauds of the Nifty Lions. I mean, if they can get by with one loss at the end, hello Hoosiers.
Okay, I have a betting line for Mississippi State, Texas A&M.
Talk to me.
Mississippi State plus 14.5.
All right, so 2 touchdowns plus a little crumb.
I am taking those points, and I am going to pick Mississippi State. Now, are they going to win? Probably not. But the fact of the matter is, I bet you it's going to go to overtime.
Oh, don't start that. Quick question. If you want to go up to the poll again for the standings and the points, where did they get these points accumulated from?
That's the total number of points that the coaches, or excuse me, that the AP will give them for like number 1, first place.
And the Associated Press is who? Like just like a table of people? It's
yes.
Just like okay.
Yeah, I mean the AP it was the original. Like they're the ones that they're grandfathered in, so they're the ones that get
found it up. Yeah,
they're the ones that get to choose.
Awesome.
Who's in? Because you got the AP, the coaches poll, and there used to be the BCS. So the AP, I think, there are journalists that get to choose based on
and similar to the Hall of Fame votes for journalists,
more or less.
Yeah, gotcha.
More or less.
Thank you for that.
But no. So I've got Miami, Florida, just because I'm eating a whole bunch of crow. AK has Texas A&M. Gargi, who is your team?
Indiana
is proving why the SEC model works, and it's stupid.
Yeah, too bad Missouri couldn't adapt that. They're gone.
Yeah.
No. The SEC model is you pick the 4 worst out-of-conference games that you can schedule. Indiana has Indiana State, and who else?
They got Illinois,
Kennesaw State.
Well, yeah, but if you look at it like that, every team fills those in. Yeah, but we all fill it in. Look at your team that you like. Look at the teams they're playing in the first 2 weeks.
Hold on. Let me explain. The college football system for the SEC specifically caters towards the weakest teams that they can schedule because they know that the out-of-conference games don't matter as much as in-conference games because the SEC, in their eyes, is just that dominant, is just that good. The Big Ten, they're seeing that, in Indiana, with Kurt Cignetti, has openly said that they're going to imitate the SEC model because they're going to show that the Big Ten can adapt to the SEC model and still get the same number of teams in the college football playoff. And I hate it.
Yeah.
Why? Because look at Alabama and Florida State. That game. You won't get too many of those anymore.
Yeah. Florida State hiccup last week. And now that
against Virginia.
Yeah. And now that Miami Hurricane game coming up with Florida State is not too sexy anymore. You know, it kind of got me a little pissed off.
Maybe.
Hey, there we go. Yeah. All right. So now
you can't stop looking at that Indiana scores, right? Is that crazy or what?
That's insane. Let's look at so pretenders. All right, I'm gonna start this one off, and it's gonna start this week. Vanderbilt versus Alabama. Vanderbilt is going to go on their 7-game skid now. So we can go ahead and write them off. It was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Bye, Miss American Pie.
Yes, I mean, look at their schedule. Let's
Andy's
see.
going to bust them up, bro.
Tech, South Carolina, Georgia State 70-21, Utah State 55-35. Impressive wins.
But this is what they do. They build a schedule to get them rolling like a train. And when that train is rolling, they start popping.
They beat South Carolina, but they beat them without their number one quarterback. Like, it's just
on the road.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Come on. Let's go. That's a good team.
But look at what they've got left.
Look at the lineup they got. That's
Alabama,
football.
LSU, 19 Missouri, 9 Texas. Back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
They can go honestly, they can go 3-1 through this and be in the top 10. They would have to be, because there's no way that you go 3-1 against 4 top 15 teams.
And I'm sure somebody in between that'll have a downfall. Go ahead.
Right. But then they end the season against Tennessee. They also have Auburn and Kentucky in between that. Kentucky not as much, but
okay. Hear me out. There's a reason why Vanderbilt got Diego Pavia from New Mexico State. Okay? It was that New Mexico State team that he led, being Diego Pavia, that completely obliterated Brian Hughes's Auburn, 34-10.
Blitz City, right?
They
were blitzing them left and right?
Yes, left, right, center. Then Diego Pavia comes to Vanderbilt, year one, knocks off number 1 Alabama. Damn near upsets number 1 Texans.
Fraud.
And that was with Quinn Ewers. Now,
Mighty Quinn.
Like you said, Roma, if they go 3-1 out of this stretch, they will be a top 10 team.
They have to be.
I do not believe Alabama will stop getting in the way of themselves. They're going to commit very untimely penalties. They're going to commit very untimely mistakes. And I think even if it's in Tuscaloosa, which, oh, by the way, College Game Day is going to be in Tuscaloosa for this game.
They're probably there right now, camping out. Lee Corso.
Most likely. I believe Vanderbilt will pull off the upset.
Yeah.
I think Diego Pavia, being a 7th-year quarterback,
that's crazy.
5 years in NCAA and then 2 years from JUCO.
So they got a 40-year-old quarterback.
Yes, they literally have a Tyler Shuck.
No.
But I think Diego Pavia is a special kind of quarterback that can do what others can't. And I think the coaches know that. And I think Alabama knows that. And I think it's going to end up being 34-31, last-second field goal. Vandy wins in Tuscaloosa.
Listen, that's a very bold statement, but also very likely to happen. Last 7 games, 5 of them against top 20 teams. I mean, hello, does somebody not like Vanderbilt?
Well, when did they ever like Vanderbilt?
Like, I know. They're like the oldest college in the world.
Not only that, but Vanderbilt has been the laughingstock of the SEC for
decades.
40 years.
Yeah. They were good when Brett Favre went to Grambling. No, he went to Georgia Southern.
Wow.
No,
I don't think there was a white player for Grambling.
Louisiana.
Something state. Southern State, Louisiana Southern State. I don't even know where he went, Brett Favre.
Well, okay. As a side note, the spread for the Vanderbilt-Alabama game is Alabama minus 10.5. I'm taking those 10.5 points.
Yeah, that's a little too swollen. It's a little too puffy. I think the Vanderbilt will give them a hell of a fight.
I guess we'll find out.
Heck of a role model.
Exactly. All right. Well,
Southern Miss. Ask Southern Miss, Gargi. Brett Favre went to Southern Miss.
There it is.
But no.
What do you guys think about Georgia Tech right now?
You were talking about them last week. We kept popping them in there as a joke, but I don't think we should be joking no more, right? I mean, let's see. What are they doing here? They're winning games. They're scoring points. A lot of one possessions. There's a 2 possession there. I mean, a little weak in the schedule. They got a lot of road games. I don't know. I think they'll be top 20. I don't know. Maybe 15.
Here's the thing. They got Virginia Tech. They're not a pancake team. Duke as well. Then they got Syracuse. I mean, they could stumble over any one of those 3 games. They're going to beat NC State and Boston College. Then they got Pitt, which is another trap game. And then the very last game of the season against Georgia.
Could you scroll down? Georgia. Oh, a little ABC, 3:30. Well, Georgia's not Georgia, right? I mean, we all know that. But where will these teams be at that date? I don't know. That's Thanksgiving right there. Let's see. What do you think, boss? I know. That's what I was thinking, too. It's like a gasp.
It's almost like a curse of Virginia. So it's like...
they can only go so far when they show you so much.
Like, why did Florida State get their butts handed in double overtime against Virginia in Virginia? Take that reasoning and apply that to Georgia Tech. And I guess the only difference between Virginia and Virginia Tech, like, I want to go Georgia Tech. I really do. But something about this game against Georgia Tech, it just doesn't sit right. Like, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't sit right. And I don't like it. You?
I don't. It's like you don't want to eat your vegetables. I don't want the peas. Please, Mom, stop. I don't like it.
I don't like the Brussels sprouts.
Oh no. Either way,
if I'm going to go for a pretender, it's Oklahoma.
Well, we said, they don't have Baker Mayfield, so.
Oklahoma lives by John Mater, and they will die by John Mater. And right now, they don't have John Mater. The Washington State transfer, they don't have him. Like, they'll beat Kent State, no problem.
When you hear Texas A&M, what's the first thought that comes to your mind?
Kyle Field. The 12th
Mine is Johnny Manziel. I don't know why.
Oh, jeez. Who went to Texas A&M? Wasn't it your wide receiver who's out right now?
Oh, Neighbors?
No.
I'm with LSU.
No, he's on Tampa Bay.
Oh, Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you would say. Want to talk injuries?
Yeah. Let's get the injuries and get this show on the road.
Again.
As soon as I can find this bump, there it is. Franchise 5.
Fortunately, is Malik Neighbors. Now, this looked like a classic ACL tear. I hope it is not, but it just reminded me so much of when Michael Gallup suffered his when he went up and he just grabbed his knee, basically before he even landed. And, best case scenario, this is a bad MCL sprain. This is a meniscal tear maybe, but I have significant concerns about ACL, and they've already basically commented like, yes, this looks like an ACL. They'll do a Lockman's, they'll do a bunch of other testing physically and say, yes, this is pretty much what it feels like. And then they'll translate that and get an MRI in the morning, and they'll say, yes, if it's torn, unfortunately, his season is done. Massive, huge deal. They squeaked out the win today. Incredible win. Jackson Dart looked good. They saw Cam Scatterborough looked good. But this would be a very, very big deal. And I definitely think, I tweeted this earlier, I think this has to do with the turf. Remember, Joe also suffered a pretty significant high ankle sprain. That I've talked to OBJ about this before. When he played there, this is awful turf. They need to swap this turf out. It gets a lot of beat up, and it just, the energy from a turf field is completely different than an energy from a grass field. Grass
Yep.
field, if you move and you cut, it cuts the field. If you cut and move on a turf field with a cleat on, that energy doesn't cut because they're little pebbles, they're little pieces of rubber. So that energy ends up translating up to the body and making these little, what I call micro tears. And unfortunately for him, that likely translated to a tear of the ACL. He probably might even had a partial tear before.
All right. So
Yep.
let's start with this, right? Because they're also seeing a bunch of issues with not just ACL tears, but also Achilles tears.
Yeah. There's a lot of major under the knee injuries between last year and this year in the NFL. And I feel like every week we do a show, we're talking about a major superstar having a season-ending injury. And it's just really bad, man. It really is for the game.
No, it is. And the thing is, I mean, knee injuries aren't what they were, 30, 40 years ago. And people usually can come back from that if you're young enough. But if you're, somebody like Austin Eckler, I mean, it wasn't a knee injury, but he's 31 years old and had an Achilles.
Forget about it.
Like, you're pretty much a backup for the rest of your career if you even come back.
Yeah, it's not good. But it is official. They did ACL for Neighbors. That's the official diagnosis for that tear. And the Giants just have no luck. They finally had a little bit of a spark with this Dart kid last week to bring a little bit of juice back in the team, and down goes the number one receiver, our number one pick out of LSU. I mean, kid's a stud, and now he's studless.
Call him Stubby.
Stubby. Hey, listen, Navas, they did a study, and they said there was about 58% compared to 42% that there are more injuries on turf compared to grass. They also asked players. They said they don't mind the turf compared to grass. They don't really see a significant difference. But now, new data is saying that there is a difference. So, what's going on?
Well, first and foremost, you look at the composition of turf versus the composition of grass, and you'll realize that turf is not as forgiving. Turf is not as agile, if you will.
Like a bend but don't break kind of situation?
That's what turf does. Versus the actual grass, it'll actually absorb a lot more impact. Being able for you to land harder and at more poignant angles, if you will, and not get as injured. Now, the downside is if you're in a place like Jacksonville where it's raining 8 days of the week, the grass is going to get
sloppy
soaked.
time.
Again, the grass will get soaked and it will become mud. Which, for the longest time, I thought that was actually kind of a good thing that we got to play slip and slide in the mud pile.
Yeah, there's mud in the tires,
Exactly.
Mud in the tires.
However, for a football game, I can see why they would go with turf. But you also have to admit that this is still better than the AstroTurf of the 70s.
Oh, yeah, and AK, let me ask you.
Basketball shoes.
Let's rewind it a little bit. College and even high school. You ever run on the track at high school, mess around a little bit, and feel that material that is part of that track, that fake grass, that turf, and you're running. Big difference between you running in the backyard on real grass and that thing they put there.
Oh, absolutely. So I've never injured myself.
Yeah.
I've never injured myself playing a tackle football with the boys on actual grass in sneakers.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I hate turf. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, pretty much. But either way, this is definitely an issue, and it's something that the NFL, once big time. I mean, there are a bunch of big time players right now, but imagine somebody like within a year span, you lose a Patrick Mahomes and a Lamar Jackson and a couple of prominent running backs, and it's all on turf fields. Then you're going to have to do something about it because these teams are investing all of this money and capital into these players.
Yeah,
and the last thing you need is for that to disappear and their championship hopes to disappear because of something that was completely avoidable. When did they start putting in this type of field? What was it, like in 2009? I think it was when they opened up the Cowboys Stadium, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they put that real fancy stadium there, and they were, is this roof retractable? Are they going to have turf? Is it going to be grass? Is it going to be half a dome? So they filled it in with grass, right? They got the grass going on there, and they're starting to get away from the turf and stuff. I mean, Philadelphia Phillies with the Eagles' old veteran stadium, that it's like playing on concrete. The old Jet Stadium back in the 80s.
Oh my God, the Vet.
Yeah, man.
The Vet, dude.
I mean, you get turf toe. That's where turf toe comes from. It's Halloween time. The turf monster comes up and starts injuring people and sticking his hand out of the turf and grabbing these players and ripping their ligaments out. And it's like the most scariest thing ever. You know what I mean? But listen, really quickly, the NFL will definitely do something if every face of the league goes down due to injury. The Mahomes, the Lamar, the Allen, the Hurts. When those popular faces and those people go down, that's when they're going to have to start doing something. Not the Mike Evans and this,
I have to ask, is there a difference in turf or grass between what FIFA uses for their soccer fields and what the NFL uses for football fields?
I don't know. It could be a European thing.
Yes,
grass. They don't have Kentucky bluegrass.
Grass, but I mean, if you're just talking grass versus grass,
yeah,
it's about.
Oh, with that G20 stadium in London, what is that? Is that grass or turf? When they do the football games there, you don't know personally. Could you recall a grass? I think it's grass. I don't see them playing on. I don't think the NFL would send their players across country to go play in a turfy dome.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. They're going across the.
Yeah, I mean, someone's been there for 2 weeks now. They're playing again there.
Hell, if you really want to, you can go ahead and compare this turf that's used for the New Zealand All Blacks. Yes, that's the team name for the rugby stadium, and see what that's made of, and see if that would work in the NFL.
I feel like rugby, you could have animals play. You could have a team of zebras play, a team of bulls. You got to go play rugby against a team of bulls with horns on their heads.
By the way, there's actually a rising number of punters in college and NFL football coming from Australia or who were former rugby players.
And the Giants have one of them who's on the IR.
Fresno State had one. I actually got to meet his Aussie parents.
Really?
Opening day last year in Ann Arbor, Michigan, when Fresno went to play Michigan.
Do you know they can't say the letter O? They can't say no. They go ner as no. They go ner.
Well, yes, because the jawline's all fucked up because it was a penal colony.
Oh, where are we going with this? What happened right now?
Oh my God. Anyways, let's move on.
Now, the second potentially big injury, although I don't think it's overly concerning, is Lamar Jackson and maybe a hamstring injury. He got pulled early. I don't think it was overly concerning. I think there was more of a blowout. It didn't even look like he was actually being attended to per se, but we'll keep an eye on this. He's never had a hamstring injury that I can tell of. So this would be a little bit concerning.
As thin as he is,
a mobile runner.
I'm surprised he's gotten broken in half
yet. Their season is not looking the best, especially with how many guys they just lost.
Yeah.
Secondary to injury.
And if
running backs, I don't have one single significant running back injured today. Miles Sanders just popped up with an ankle injury, but I haven't heard anything else. So
Troy Benson, which I have
from Arizona.
Yeah, which I had in one of my other leagues, who was behind James Conner. And you know what's funny is that in that league, the last 5 years, I've lost 3 or more of my running backs. All right. So this year I decided I'm going to go with James Conner because I thought he was going to be an injury risk the last 2 years, and he actually did pretty good. I picked him up this year, and then I picked up Trey Benson behind him just in case. Right?
Yes.
Guess what happened? back-to-back weeks, I lose them both. And I'm like, okay, so here's what I'm going to start doing.
I got Ollie Gordon. You want Ollie?
Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I'm going to do. Next year, when I go to my fantasy football draft, okay, I'm going to pick my running backs. Then I'm not going to tell you who they are. But then for $100 a person, I will send you my running back list and tell you exactly who not to pick. It's a win-win situation, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
So far, compared to last week where we lost a bunch. Now, there were a couple other wide receivers that were banged up. Ricky Pearsall re-injured his knee. It's unclear what it was. He came back into the game, so that's good news.
Yep.
Cedric
He's
Tillman
good.
ended up suffering a
He's out
hamstring strain.
Thursday.
Cedric Tillman from the Browns. He's a waste.
We had a pretty significant potential shoulder injury for Calvin Austin this morning, and what I call an upset for the Minnesota Vikings. And as far as Darnell Mooney, who struggled with that shoulder injury, came back and now suffered a new hamstring injury, which is not surprising because of the transition and the lack of ability to not be able to do a whole lot in the preseason because of that shoulder. That hamstring was not ready, and now he restrained it, and we're going to probably see him miss a couple weeks, which is going to give Drake London as well as probably Ray McLeod and Kyle Pitts, as well as obviously Bijan as the primary guys, and they had a fantastic day today, the opposite of last week. That's pretty much what I have for you so far. There hasn't been any other additional injuries that I've seen that I've heard of.
All right, we'll go from there.
Thanks, Mr. Morse.
Not bad. I mean, this is going to be significant because the bye weeks are coming up. So,
yeah.
But if you had Connor, if you had Chase, if you had Neighbors, if you had Hill, we didn't even talk about Hill. So I'm not even going to show it because
he was on pace to get like 200 receiving yards. I mean, he could easily have one of those games, and he just has no luck. This guy.
Why do you think I told you guys that the Tyreek Hill injury sounds very similar to the Tank Dell injury from last year?
Did he dislocated his knee?
Oh yeah, the meniscus, like multiple ligaments. I mean, literally when he tried to get up, his foot was turned inward like this.
Boy, yeah.
But his foot wasn't broken; it was his knee that was twisted.
Damn.
Yeah.
So between Tank Dell and Tyreek Hill, both dislocated knees. Tank Dell had ACL, MCL, and PCL tears. If he would have tore the LCL, he would have had to have the leg amputated.
Because the alphabet tear, every letter.
Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill, dislocated knee, ACL, MCL, and meniscus.
That's like having
Tank
Tommy
Dell,
John. They're out for like a year and a half.
Well, with Tommy John, you can get back in about 9 to 10 months.
Oh, okay.
There's some strides made in the.
Let me ask you a quick question though. Same sport.
Tank Dell ain't even coming back this year.
All right. Let me ask you a question. It's probably 15 to 20 years now where the football genre changed to the running quarterback. Yep. I think we're starting to fade away from the running quarterback and trying to get back to that pocket passer. My question to you guys is for the future picks coming out for next year's NFL draft, are there any quarterbacks that are pocket passing quarterbacks to try to change this league? Or are there still those runners that are going to run like Vic and run like Lamar? Because I think that, you avoid injuries. And I think that is kind of fading away now, the running quarterback. What do you think?
I don't. The problem is you're not going to get rid of. You have to. So there's a difference between a rushing quarterback and a mobile quarterback, right? Mobile quarterbacks manipulate the pocket so that they can, get the windows and the throws that they want to get. Running quarterbacks like a Tim Tebow where they're like run first, like the
they'll run the
school,
offense out of the QB
30s
run,
and
yeah.
40s.
Triple
Like,
option.
You can't do that anymore because the speed of the game is too quick.
Okay.
Right. So, and not only that, but defensive strategies have also changed. Not everybody is sitting in one position anymore. They're constantly moving
A lot
around.
of spies now going on.
Exactly.
Cover spies. Because when that first came into the game, the running quarterback, when we were younger,
The Vic.
it started slow. And then guys started coming on with that same style. Now I think it's over-exuberated itself, and I'm seeing lesser guys with that style anyway. It's just those guys that have been here in the past. They've able to extend their career, and they're still here. But I'm seeing a lot more pocket passing quarterbacks, and I think a pocket passing quarterback would be more beneficial to your team compared to the reckless running quarterback who could raise his percentage of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's just mine.
Based on the college
Yes.
football quarterbacks
What do you got?
at this year, let's see. I need to see if he's a senior.
Now I know
Nope.
obviously not all top 10 players are going to be QBs. I'm sure there's running backs, wide receivers, and linemen in there. But if you had to take 5 QBs that are in there in the top 25 out of all the players, like, are they runners? Are they passers? Is this league going back to old school? Are they changing, or we're just going to continuously adapt this format of running quarterbacks?
I believe that the best potential quarterback in college football that is a pocket passer is going to end up being, okay, how do you define a pocket passer versus a running quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers, pocket passer. Okay. He's not going to run unless he has to, and when he does run, it's 5 yards. Patrick Mahomes is teetering on that, but he does run a lot more than he should. Pocket passer. Daniel Jones.
Okay.
Pass first, run last, very last if you have to. Stuff like that. Tom Brady, pocket passer. Baker Mayfield, pocket passer. Even though he's small and he's got to run, his offensive line sucks. That's why he's always running around a lot.
Okay. I have your answer.
Yes.
And I don't like to say it, but it makes sense.
Talk to me.
Florida State's quarterback, Tommy Castellanos.
Hey, Castelli!
Look at that.
So, the number one quarterback of the QBR era in 4 weeks of college football play right now is USC's Jaden Mayava. Now, Jaden Mayava is a transfer from UNLV, which UNLV was 1 win away from. If they would have beaten Boise State last year's Mountain West title game, UNLV would have gotten the final spot in the college football playoff as a 12 seed instead of Boise State getting the 3rd seed.
I don't even think they showed up that game, right? That was a blowout.
They did, but it is worth understanding that Boise State got the 3rd seed because of the way that the rules were set up.
And the other team was undefeated coming in, right?
Penn State.
I remember that.
So I will give credit where credit is due. Ashton Genty was able to do Ashton Genty things
Nice name
against
drop.
Penn State. But it was the fact that it was the number 5 seed, Penn State, going up against Boise, who should not have gotten the 3rd seed by virtue of the fact that the strength of schedule was just not there. But the rules were the rules, and the rankings were the rankings. Now, I am in favor of the straight 12, the 12 highest seeds. But you also have to balance how many teams from the SEC and the Big Ten get it.
Yeah, you got to always keep in mind, you got to save a spot for these conference teams.
Like, I'm in favor
face.
of I'm all in favor of a 64 team playoff like they do in basketball.
That would be crazy, bro.
That'd be insane.
That would be. I'm all for it because I love craziness like that.
Vegas is licking their chops right now.
Oh, forget about it. Go
Again,
pitch that to
the
them,
reason
bro.
why-
You know what I mean?
No. Let me explain. The reason why the bowl games are already meaningless as it stands.
I mean, what do you get out of it? I don't want a freaking peach for the Peach Bowl. I want to be the best in the whole college football. What is this third-class tournament?
Again, if the FCS already has a 16 or 32 team tournament to determine their national champion, why not college football at the FBS level?
Well, I think it's because how many games do they play? They play 10, right?
I want to say 13 to
FCS?
12.
Yeah, I think they play 10 games versus
Let's see.
versus 12 games plus a championship game plus, the playoff, which is another 3 games if you make it all the way.
Let's go pull up North Dakota State. North Dakota State. They played 16 games.
Now, is that legal? I mean,
they played 16 games schedule or what? How many games do they play regular season?
They played one 5 months ago. They counted it.
12.
Okay, so they have 12 as well. And then you said there's 16 teams in the playoff?
Let's see. Championships of 2, semifinal 4, quarterfinal 8, second round 16. Yes. It's either 32 or 24 teams in the FCS playoff. Because North Dakota State got a first round bye.
So basically they're just turning this into the NFL. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and these kids are getting paid.
Why not?
Well, they have to play now that they're getting paid. So
exactly.
That's the point. And that's actually kind of a good thing in that
more money, more problems.
Again, with the bowl games, because it was the last game of the season, there was nothing to play for. Therefore, most of the starters would sit out and you would throw all the odds out the wazoo or out the window, and you weren't able to get a good game out of it.
So all conference winners are guaranteed a spot in the FBS,
yes.
Blah, blah, blah. Gotcha.
Yes.
So even if you're 5 and 6.
But you won your conference, yeah.
Or 6 and 7.
Yeah, hey. You're representing that conference as a trash bag.
That's going to be interesting.
Now, granted, you would be like a 61st seed.
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
In a 64-team playoff. But
whatever. I mean, hey, in college basketball, they got 66 teams or whatever it is. 68 now. Yeah, more cookies.
Again.
All right, guys, hold on. We got 3 minutes. So, fans. All right, guys. This is my ticket. My ticket this weekend. Oh, what did I do? There we go. All right. I got $20 on this one. I got the New England Patriots +8. I actually think the Patriots can win this game. And I'm telling you right now, if they do what they did last week or the week before, and they had a chance to win against the Steelers, and then they fumbled the ball twice inside the 5-yard line, Mike Vrabel, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, and you don't win games when you turn the ball over multiple times. I mean, come on.
Because
now, really quickly.
I had that game.
Really quickly. How'd you do last week with your parlays?
Oh, fantastic.
So, people, listen to this kid. AK's on fire. Now it makes me more intrigued to see this bet slip here. What do you got?
Yes, because I was 5 out of 7 last week. That's just the NFL. I didn't even tell you what I got for college football.
For the young kids.
Yeah. College football got destroyed because of Florida State. Yeah. But so we won't talk about that.
Really quickly in college football, all I bet on is over and unders, and I always take overs.
Exactly. But I made some modifications, all right? So the New England Patriots are +8 right now. I didn't make a modification on that game. Arizona Cardinals right now are -7.5 against Tennessee. I did -4.5 just in case they want to, Tennessee decides to throw some late touchdowns. On top of that, they got their backup running back, Tajay Spears, and that's going to be huge for Tennessee.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's not only a big boy, but he's kind of like a poor man's Bijan Robinson. Like he gets in the backfield. He's able to slash. He's good on zone reads. Like so,
he was Henry's backup when Henry was on Tennessee. He knows what he's doing.
Exactly. So I kind of just in case that happened,
Manipulated it.
I manipulated down to 4.5. All right, but I think Arizona at home wins by 5 points or more easily.
Yeah, Tennessee plays totally different on the road.
Exactly. Next, Detroit Lions versus Cincinnati Bengals -8. Everybody, go put in your bets now before this changes to -15.
Yeah, it's going to go up a lot, and it's going to be ugly, to tell you the truth. I mean, Detroit's fast. What do you think, Navas? I mean, Detroit, the Lions are fast, right?
Like I said last week, we must harness the brain and thyroid of Dan Campbell to study his genetic output as to how he can have balls of steel.
AK, I see you emptied the register on this one with some change there at 21.15.
21-15 because
okay.
Well, I like having my actual final number even.
So what's the odds on this slip here? What's the payout?
All right, so the odds on this one is, let's see, plus 483 gives me, so $21 gives me 106.
Hey, anything over a beaner works for me.
Mm-hmm. But these are the easiest games that I could pick right now that I know are going to be close, in that I can. I mean, Buffalo, that's going to be the game that's going to decide everything, but that's going to be on Sunday night at 8:20. So, but as far as the 4:25 game against the Bengals, I mean, there's no way the Bengals are going to run up the score. I mean, this quarterback can't throw, and they don't have a backup quarterback that's worth anything. So they really don't have a choice but to just go with what they've got. And unless, Detroit starts turning the ball over for no reason, or if it's a rain game or something like that, I mean, that's the only way that's not going to be more than 8 points.
Sounds good to me, man.
If it were me, I would add to that Buffalo New England parlay. I would go over 48.5 points.
Okay.
I can see that. Drake May is looking like they made
Studley.
A great decision.
Drake May looking Studley
and Budley, and he's got the bootay to throw to.
All I can say is I can easily see 28-24.
Like a glove. Hey, listen, not bad. I'll tell you that. But I got 3 sexy picks for you guys, if you're ready. We're going to start at the Meadowlands. Hey, listen. Dallas Cowboys are coming into them Aaron Glenn and 0-4 Jets. The line's 2.5 Jets. Disrespect. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys are a waste. You don't know what you're going to get from them. Their defense is horrendous. Give me the Jets at home. We're going to bump it up a point to 3.5. Okay? I like the Jets plus 3.5 at home over Dallas. All right? My second game on the road. Give me the 3.5 with the Broncos over the Eagles. I think it's time for Philadelphia to catch one right in the ribcage. Bo Nix, let's go to work, baby. And finally, another adventure with Indiana Jones and the Colts. I love the Colts. Latest 6.5. They're going to beat the piss out of the Raiders. Give me the Colts and Indiana.
Indiana Jones.
Rocking and rolling.
Let's see. If I'm going to go with at least a 3-leg, let's see here.
By the way, the Colts are laying a 6.5, by the way, on that Colts matchup.
I have Bills over 48.5. I am going to go Buccaneers taking 3.5 points in Seattle.
I like it.
And then my stumper of the week, as in, what the hell is this game? I'm going to give the 1.5, and I'm going to go Houston over Baltimore.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Giants over the Saints.
No. Baltimore has no wide receivers. Derrick Henry, the king, has become vulnerable.
Yeah, the king's the queen now, flying left and right.
And Houston is literally defense Rain Man. They may not know offense a whole lot, but they definitely know defense.
I just took a look. The Ravens are 1-3.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And they don't have Lamar Jackson for at least 2 weeks.
No, they have no receivers either, bro. Literally.
Yeah. So if anybody that's going against the Ravens right now, make sure you pick the players, because pick running backs against them right now.
Yeah, this is a
Pick
Vegas.
running backs against them.
This is a Vegas I'm going to trick you game, because the Texans should have no audacity being favorites in Baltimore, especially the way Houston's been playing. But because of what we watched and what we know, Vegas would love for you to take the Ravens in the 1.5 at home. You'd have to be an idiot not to. Well, guess what? You're an idiot, because they're going to lose and Houston's going to demolish them.
There we go. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us for Roma Sports. Make sure you go to riseofmiddleamerica.com. We've got our socials right up here at the top. Please go to YouTube. Go to my YouTube page and subscribe. We are 15 away from 1,000.
What?
15 away. How long have we been doing the show? Like
7 weeks?
Yeah. So
Lucky
it's definitely helped out. But let's go. All right. Like I said, we've got all types of shows. We got news. We've got sports. We've got culture. You name it. Got a PayPal link at the bottom of the page and make a monetary contribution, or you can help us out by going to the Roman Nation Network merch, which is this link.
Yeah, I want to see the clothes. I want to see the hats and the shirts.
Oh, bruh.
Let me see some of this. Ooh.
I was on Sunset Rants earlier today, and I said that spooky season was here, and we're going to scare you shitless with Ohio Man.
Oh, God.
That's funny. We got all
right there, man.
There he is. There he is. Scrapjaw.
Ohio Man.
Get him.
That's right. Yep. We even got all the girl shirts too. These
Free parking. I like that.
We got the allegedly.
Yo, where you at, Navasa? I love it. The best, bro.
Yes!
Yo, I catch myself saying that sometimes by myself outside when I'm driving. I'll just be like, allegedly, like I'm thinking of Navasa out of nowhere.
Speaking of allegedly, Gargi, you and I need to go ahead and get our photos taken.
Yes.
Posted on riseofmiddleamerica.com, because we are motherfucking hosts, and we're gonna kick some ass down here, man. Let's go.
Here we go. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week with some more MLB playoffs, NFL work, and that college football. And also, it was media day today in the NBA. Things are getting spicy. All right, so we'll have some NBA talk for you next week. I'm AK, that's Gargi, that's Navasa. We will see you next week. Have a good night. Peace.
Let's go.